I'm always grateful, way to say it great, for you all hanging out with me on Colorado and Company. We've been talking all week about providing students with the right supplies from United Way, of course, but that's not the whole picture. There are a lot of people who work tirelessly to ensure that all students have access to curriculum that enriches their education experience and, more importantly, prepares them for the future. With me is Olli-Pekka Heinonen. Yes, I got it right. Director General of the International Baccalaureate. So good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So some of us have heard of the International Baccalaureate, right? Many haven't. I want you to share what it is, what it's about.
Well, I would like parents in Colorado to know about IB is that in IB classrooms, the students they are investigating, they are discussing, they are reflecting on what they are studying and what's happening in the world outside. They are really learning to ask the right questions.
Huge.
And also have that deep learning of not just knowing the right answers,
Sure.
but knowing how to get there. That kind of critical thinking.
I was just going to say critical thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's very, very core of what IB is all about.
Amazing. I wish I was in one of those when I was younger. Sounds good. How are IB programs in schools different than like the standard curriculum? I assume it's this deeper knowledge, is that right?
Exactly. So IB is so much more than a curriculum or a list of subjects. So we are really strongly kind of creating that curiosity, that curious mind for the students to become lifelong learners. We have some subjects that there isn't in any other curriculums,
Really?
like theory of knowledge, for example. How to know what's true.
Yes.
How to know what's kind of what's the reality.
Yes.
And know what are fake news, what are real news.
I was going to say, that's important right now.
It is
Yes.
so important.
Yes,
And
yes.
of course, then we have also this idea of giving back to the community, having that connection, not just that what I get from the education,
Right.
but what the world is asking from me. And then what I hear the most from graduates who are telling that when they go after to university, they are saying me that the first years in university were so much more easier for us than the others.
Yeah.
Because they have done, for example, extended essays already during their IB studies, which others haven't.
Yeah, they're ahead of the game at that point.
Exactly.
If we could have IB all over the world, do you know how much better we would be with students that were prepared? All right, I want to actually, speaking of students, let's hear from some students, all right? Take it away.
I think every class is different in the IB. These classes helped me really discover what I was passionate about, and I was able to connect that with what I do outside of school. For example, I founded the Mental Health Club because of my passion for psychology and my passion for people. The IB really helped me get there.
One of the major differences that I notice is definitely the amount of creative control that the students have. There's a lot more independence given to the student to lead their own activities and their own investigations.
So IB programs are also career focused, which I think is brilliant as well. Can you share a little bit more about how they are career focused?
Well, in many education systems, we make, and kind of nations make the young people to choose in a quite early age, whether to go to the academic route or go to the vocational route. We have this, what we call career-related program, which has some of that rigorous academics, but also connected with the professional part, enabling the students to go deep in their area of passion, whether it's technology or business or construction or art. And through that, they leave their doors open for the next steps, whether they want to go to the university side or whether they want to go directly to the work of world. So that's really the idea there. And through that, to help the local community, like for example here in Colorado, that how there are very strong connections with the, for example, the aerospace industry, and construction industry, also the kind of military training with taking those courses in the path forward.
So I just wanted to say, so they get to try and sort of feel it out before they go into it, which is incredible.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then also do part of the learning in the real
world. In the real
exactly.
world. Man, I just wish this was everywhere. Let's hear from another very successful student so you guys can see.
For someone considering joining the IB program, I really believe it's the right choice because it's so rewarding. I will take these skills that I've learned and just use it for the rest of my life.
Beautiful. So learn more about the International Baccalaureate and how IB programs help prepare students for success in college, careers, and just life, which is so important. Visit ibo.org, and we're going to have more Coco after the break. Brilliant, brilliant job.